Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the time here today, Steve and Karen. Well, the size of the task is big, as you rightly said. We're coming from a status of a company. Our landing was not good in FY24, and there's a heavy transformation that has to come. But this is a problem that didn't start like two years ago. It's a fundamental problem that we are fixing. You know, if you take a step back, 8, 10 years ago, the company had very lofty goals for growth. Yeah, management back then was thinking that the company could reach heights of 8 million cars per year. And as such, the structure of the company grew in that way. So there was heavy investment made on capacity, human resource, expenditure, and so on. And this is what we are resizing now, because the hit, you know, the peak of our sales hit 5.6 million. This was the best number we hit. And we are running today at 3.3, 3.4 million. So we are resizing the company, and this is why we have accelerated our efforts on cost, both fixed cost, variable cost. So we have very deep initiatives under our new Re-Nissan plan, and we are devoted to it.
I don't want to dwell too much on the Carlos Ghosn era that you're referring to and the efforts that Mr. Ishida-san made to change that. And you obviously have worked with both gentlemen. You've been in the company since 2003, I think, as well. So you get it. But one thing I will say about the Ghosn era, from the early years where I spoke to him as well, is that they were quite visionary years in terms of electric vehicle adoption, whether it be the Renault Zoe or the Nissan Leaf. He was up there. So I kind of just want to know that the only bit of really backward looking I want to do is, where did it go wrong for Nissan on electric vehicles when you were so at the forefront of this?
Yeah, I think we continue being at the forefront of EV technology. You know, we're the best seller of EVs in Japan. We are dominating the market there, and we continue investing on EV technology, and we will continue to do so because electric vehicles are the future of the industry. And as such, probably you're familiar with it, but we are investing also in the UK. We will be launching a couple of EVs in our Sunderland plant.
Been another one of them. I'm going back way before Ghosn, and way before perhaps you kind of your timeline. But we all remember, us Brits who are of a certain age, the 1980s and how dismal the British economy was. And I remember Margaret Thatcher, hard hat, on the site in Sunderland. It's been a brilliant relationship for both Nissan and the UK.
Right. Well, the market is also changing, and we have to understand what customers are expecting. I think initially the expectations for the EV acceleration were very high, and we've seen the adoption is a bit slower than we thought. There's also some other technologies, you know, like we have our own e-Power hybrid system, which is very successful in Europe and has proven to be a very good transitional technology for the electrification of the industry. So we have the options, we have the technology, and Nissan has always been the pioneer in these technologies, and we will continue to do so.
While you were looking at Margaret Thatcher and her hard hat, I was looking at the rest of the world, and the reality is South Korea upended a lot of other markets that were typically Japanese destinations, namely Australia, where I'm from. And you know, it was all about Japanese cars, then it was all about the South Korean cars. And I wonder whether now, as we look at the next decade, is the reign now passing to the Chinese? What is the competitive threat from the Chinese? Is it similar to the South Korean threat, or very, very different because they're targeting every category in the new car version that they're coming to market with?
Right, they are very aggressive, and you're right. The Chinese competitors are very aggressive. What we're doing in Nissan is we have our own JV partner in China. We have Dongfeng Nissan Technical Center, where we have learned a lot of competitive technologies, cost, and speed of China. And we're capitalizing on this to learn for our global operation. And this is what we're doing as of now. It's one of the big pillars of our Re-Nissan plan is exactly capitalizing on our Chinese strengths to become more competitive outside of China.